The Gila National Forest.
Occasionally, spots are just too cool to fully capture in our weekly videos. That was the case with the 2,710,000 acres of land called Gila National Forest in New Mexico.
We were there to find us some hot springs.
Normally, we are firmly against paying for camp spots, particularly when there's as many beautiful free ones around us as there are in this place. But several of our nomadic friends have told us that this particular spot is worth paying for the night. Well, unfortunately, it looks like if you want to soak in the Gila Hot Springs, you have to call and make a reservation right now. We got here and the campground is full, but that's okay because we saw a lot of really beautiful free campsites on the way in. So we have no doubt that we'll find somewhere good to stay tonight. With just a couple of minutes of driving, we had found an absolutely beautiful free campground that we had all to ourselves, right by the water.
We generally don't actually park in the designated campgrounds, but this one was free. It was empty, and there was water and trees. We just couldn't walk away from it. We set up our chair and cracked open a few beers.
And then enjoyed one hell of a sunset.
You want to go outside? No!
I spent my morning getting everything cleaned up, latched down, and ready to go inside for a day of adventure, while those two worked on getting everything ready to go outside.
We set out that morning with the intent on finding the Gila cliff dwellings, but we weren't sure exactly where they were or how to find them, seeing as there was no cell phone service, which meant no GPS. As usual, we got distracted by one of those big brown signs. Maybe we'll see our hot springs after all.
We left the hut and Dixie behind to go on a hike that wasn't approved for tiny dogs. I'm still recovering from a foot injury, and we already had one hike planned that day, so I didn't want to overdo it, but I figured some nice hot springs would be worth the trek.
That's a big tree. Uh-oh. How are we gonna cross this?
We both thought long and hard about crossing that log bridge, but we realized that it was a good way for me to re-break my foot, and if something happened to Shane out here, there's absolutely nothing I could do to help him. So we found another way. Oh, so cold, so cold, so cold, so cold. Oh my God, oh my God. Holy crap, my feet are so cold. That was a terrible idea. Oh, I hope these hot springs are worth it. By this point, we had already gone far past our half-mile in mark and had seen lots of pretty water, but none of it warm.
I was about done by this point, but Kels was not giving up. Look down to your right.
Trail. And there's no hot springs. I'm very confused, but I mean, it's a beautiful hike anyways, right? Not willing to give up quite yet, I creeped around the corner and found what looked like it could be an extension of the trail.
Remember, y'all, this walking thing is new for her. She's scaring the shit out of me right here. Whoa.
You okay about that?
Yeah. It's about to drop down. This might be the end of the trail for us. All right, that's enough. You can't go any further. Be careful, Kels.
Yeah, we would have needed rock climbing equipment to go further, but I gotta say, I was pretty proud of myself for getting up there. Hot springs or not. So guys, we didn't necessarily find hot springs, but we did find evidence of some warm water down there. Way too far for us to get down to, but you can see the fish schooling and the algae growing down there, which means it must be warm.
And then a few mild heart attacks downhill.
Is it warm?
Yes, the bank is. The stream isn't. But all that algae wouldn't be there without the flow of warm water. Jump in, Kels.
Yeah, that wasn't happening. And our phone died, so no shots of us crossing back over the river. But here's us emptying our shoes afterwards. The maps at the beginning of the trailhead were absolutely of no help in determining where we went wrong. But regardless, our puppy was happy to have us back, and we were happy to be on to our next adventure.
Finally, we were on the road that was supposed to lead us to the Gila cliff dwellings.
Shane had been not so patiently awaiting this particular hike for a very long time. I was excited to finally get him here. That smile on his face like a kid on Christmas morning is one of my favorite things in the world.
History and geology are two of my favorite subjects, and this particular location, they come together beautifully.
There's just a few pictures here of these awesome cliff dwellings because we were so impressed by them that there's an entire video dedicated to just that. We'll leave the link in the comments below.
For now, we were a long way away from our house, and we had a lot of this forest left to explore. You all right? Oh, wow.
Dixie was excited to have us back in the truck and for us to be back on the road, but we were all a little bit sad to be saying our temporary goodbyes with the Gila National Forest. We'll be back one day to explore more, and hopefully we'll bring you with us. Thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and comment below to let us know what you think. Come back every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday for new videos.
Bye, y'all.